welcome back to those of you who watched my stream yesterday. A description of what I'm working on can be, or a write-up of what I'm working on can be found, a link in the description. I reviewed this yesterday, so I won't review it again. Where I left off, I was creating implementations, filling out the implementations for velocity profiles of various kinds. And we're going to finish the random velocity profile and then move on to the other 3 or 4. And let's see, where do we leave off? Okay, so random velocity is parameterized by a max and min. We're going to remove this field. Okay, or slot rather. This is in Common Lisp, and let's bring up the C code. X2. There's the C code. Okay, and we filled out we've specialized the velocity function, which updates, gives us a new velocity point. We are using the default displacement, which is just a very simple Euler integration. And we have a make random velocity function. And now we need code to coordinate all of this. And we're just going to transcribe that from C. And that's going to be update move. Anything else? So update move coordinates all this machinery, and then there's a loop, the main loop, which should have a specific form. But let's do update move first. So update move is going to be just going to be a straight function, not a method on any class. So, let me, global, HL line mode. Okay, so that way, there we go. Okay. So let's talk about this code here. Control X, control minus. Okay. It's a little bit small. First thing we do, we have this idea of normal step size, which is called step size in seconds, and then we have the true step size, which if the time we have remaining is smaller than our step size, then we just take that. So that's the first thing that we update here. Set F, and forgot the field names, or the exact field names. It's step size in seconds. These are common to all classes, all derived classes. True step size. And I have a note here, fix this real soon, which we will. Okay, so set F, true step size, which is going to be the minimum of the it's going to be true step size in seconds of the step size in seconds of, and we should have a parameter here. VP will be a velocity profile. Minimum of that, or the difference. What if step size is 0? We'll deal with that when we get to it. The minimum of a duration, so the difference between the duration and the current time. Current time in seconds, VP. I don't believe that we're updating this. If we have 0, it shouldn't cause any problems. Okay, true step size in seconds of VP. Let's get this parenthesized correctly. Minimum. Close that off, close off the minimum, close off setf and defun. Okay, so there's that. And we need to do the stop test. And do we have a default stop test set up? Yes. Which is a method. Can be specialized on derived classes, so we'll leave the default here in place, and I think that will do it as far. Oh no, I'm sorry, we have a few other things to do here. Type is so small. Control X, Control 0, back here. The current time, okay, we update the current time with the true step size. Call IncF, which I believe, as you can see on the mode line here, is probably an SBCL. You can provide a delta or defaults to 1 for increment. We're going to use the SBCL version. It's convenient. And the place is going to be the current time in seconds of VP, and we're going to increment that with the true step size. Of VP. Done. Current velocity, set the current velocity, setf. Current velocities, pixels per second, pixels. We simply call the generic function velocity, which is specialized for whichever class VP happens, whichever type of object VP happens to be. CLOS will figure that out for us. Okay, next line is calculate the displacement, which again, that's a that's a generic function which translates roughly into C++ as virtual function. Setf current displacement in pixels of VP, set it to, I'm going to say displacement VP. And it'll call the appropriate method or version of the function. And that's it for update move. Okay. So now let's go back to C code. By the way, I'm going to stop at about 40 minutes. I don't have a timer, but I will just, I'm going to stop, at, well, let's see what time it is. I'm going to stop at 7:30 Pacific time. Okay. So now our C code, this is the driver loop right here. First thing I do, let's see, is print a header. And I'm very, very, very bad with format. Format is a language in itself. So we're going to have to do a little bit of research on how to use Common Lisp format. So we get everything looking nicely, or like similar to, so let's, probably take me to the hyperspec, format, Common Lisp. No, a few format recipes. How about GitHub Pages Common Lisp Cookbook? Let's see, let's look for format. And how about printing? Format is like is very similar to printf or sprintf. Depending on what its first argument is. If the first argument to format is t, then it's printf. How about this? A few format recipes. Well, they might not have the recipe that I want. How about we do this? I'm going to list format width. Let's see what we get here. I just need to know the a few. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if there. I forget how to specify width. Okay. So what if I do tilde 5 and then a? Let's try it out on in Sly. Format T and then tilde 10a and then tilde %, which is the equivalent of new line, and then blah. Well, let's do a little bit something. Let's put some. No, let's not put that. Let's put this here. Okay. It looks right. What if I say -10? Does it behave similarly? Oh, it does not like that. Okay, so what if I want to write justify? There's probably some weird comma? No. Let's look up justify on the page. It's not nearly as easy to use as printf. I'll be happy in this case with, no, I don't want centered. Some love it, others hate format. Well, I don't care if this was a good reference. I have Common Lisp, the language, the final edition. I don't want to plow through all that. It should be, I think, you know, something like this. It should be in table format, like printf, and you know, da 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 da, and find what you want. It's like, oh, that, okay. But I can't find anything like that. Format directives. all direct, okay, format, function, format, directives. What if I say, we can't do width. Basic formatting. Yes, okay. Character and integer directives. That emits character. Okay, so that's like %C in C. And it also outputs non-printing characters in a format, which we don't care about. I'm more interested in field width. Okay, the first prefix parameter can specify a minimum width. The second can specify the padding character. Okay, but what if I want the opposite? I want to write justify. The first parameter can specify a minimum width. Second, padding character, the default padding character is space. The padding is always inserted before the number itself. The number. If it's a string, so yes. So I guess this episode is going to be about how to use format. Okay, so let's go back to our little test here. And 10. We'll insert. We'll 10. It didn't like that because why? Oh, because it's minus 10, and it's still left justified. Well, that's not what this guy says. Oh, if you use the A. Okay, so if we use D, then yes, it right justifies. So what if we do this? We say 10, and then is there a string specifier or whatever they call it? I'm just going to guess it's S. Oh, it totally doesn't work. Okay, so it's some other thing. I don't care about floating point directives, English language directives. I don't care about that. What's this R? With an @ sign, I don't want to do Roman numerals. Why does he talk about Roman numerals before general other stuff like width of conditional formatting? Like here's how you well, he does say format recipes. You can do iteration in format, you can do hop, skip, and jump, and you can do just about anything you want except write justify a string. Okay, so I'm going to have to go to the hyperspec, common Lisp format. We'll just go to the web version. I know I have it on my machine and I have it in common Lisp hyperspec. Well, no. Function format. Let's see what they say. Not much. Control string, a format control. Oh, good God. Compiling. Of course, it's not. It's going to be. Of course, it's not going to be helpful because. Okay. Yeah, of course it's not going to be helpful. So let's get rid of hyperspec as a search term. What else? There's another common Lisp quick. Let's see, quick ref. Okay, this is a very bizarre. Yeah, I think this stream is going to be about format, unfortunately. But so this guy, he made a quick reference in like a, I don't know, folio format, or this kind of like, it's like a map size, and it folds out. But that's not the strangest thing about it. Download. Let's just do the booklet. Letter booklet. A4. Let's just do letter. That's okay. This might, and of course it doesn't. It comes out like that. Let's try this one. There. Quick reference. Okay, he has his own made-up notation for all the complexities of Common Lisp. Let's just go to format. Let's do a search for format. There it is, page 38. Can we go there? Okay, and zoom in. Okay, and we're going to have to decode this, which... Okay, format control. So what can we put into control? It's, of course, it's 2-column because, you know, because. No, character, text, case conversion, plural, fresh line, condition, ignored new line, justification. How does, okay, there we go. Okay, I can't read this. Min call, comma, call ink, call min pad, pad char. How do I just say left or right? I can't read this. Does he have it? Yeah, I mean, it actually, it gets worse. So no, I can't read that. That's just too much. I'll be here for another 4 hours trying to figure out his notation. So we're just going to hopelessly grope for someone who can tell us exactly what we need, which I guess that's par for the course for programming these days. Even though Common Lisp was finalized in 1995. So let's see, Common Lisp, let's say write, justify, text. I didn't find anything because no one ever wanted to do this with Common Lisp. Cheat sheets. Yeah, here we go. That's the same thing. And no, I can't read that. What's this? Whatever it is. Does this have anything to do with Common Lisp? Text justification. It looks like algo monster. It looks like some kind of thing that I'm not interested in. Bricks CAD. No. Common Lisp. Align columns. Oh, Rosetta code. Okay, that might help. Look for Common Lisp. Look for it in Common Lisp. Let's see. Split, lengthen. Oh, it pads. Okay, that's not what we want. Maybe it just adds. Destructively pads list with filler L up to min lim. Okay, so I guess they couldn't figure it out either. And I know. I can write it in C and then use a CFFI function, and just use printf. I guess no one has ever what's that? No. I guess no one, Common Lisp, write, justify, text, PDF. Okay, can we at least find out if there's a way to, let's go back to the quick ref and just type in some of those symbols. format. I'm not stopping until I figure this out. So let's see. Somewhere the tabulate, move cursor forward to column number being a small, well, no, that's not going to help me. Iteration, escape upward. This is out of control. Recursive processing, you can do that in your printf. Can your printf do that? And it's gone here. Where justification. Okay, let's zoom in on that. Justification plus zooms in. Okay, so let's like look for characters we can maybe type. What is this, text? No. Min call inc min pad char. Justify text produced by text in a field of at least min call columns with colon. Okay, where does the right justify? Okay, where does that go? So it's going to be min call colon. What does the @ sign do? With, okay, so it's colon, and then we have this, okay, and what is the rest of this stuff? What if we just type the, okay, so what if we do this? Okay, so it's going to be tilde 10 colon and then a less than sign, and it just plain does not like that because we do need the text, but I don't want any text. I want to justify text produced by texts, but I don't want to put text there. That's like T-E-X-T, texts. Okay, so what if I do this? Okay, so and then I say tilde A, like so. Doesn't like that either. No corresponding close bracket. Well, yeah, I just typed it. Okay. Oh, it's text, and then I'm very confused. Maybe it's like that, but I need to put the tilde in. I do not understand this. There, ta-da! No, it did the A, but I want it to do the blah. Okay, well at least we got something right formatted. How do we grab? How do we grab one of the arguments? I just simply want to do a minus whatever 10s in a printf. In 20 minutes. Do you think I'm going to finish this and figure this out in 20 minutes? You can respond in chat. I'll take votes. By the way, how many viewers do I have? Probably 2, maybe. Let's see.
Finish this and figure this out.
1 is waiting. Well, okay. Let's yeah, okay. 3 people watching. Woohoo! Okay. Who knows where they are? Okay. Justify text produced by text. That's this. This and this are the same thing, but of course he was very careful not to italicize that. So he means this, but how do I get, what I want is, I want this to go in there. Okay. I want that to go in there. If we have any Common Lisp format experts, please say something in chat. Let's think some more. So I know that I can't do, I know I can't, you'd think maybe that, but it doesn't like that. No corresponding close bracket. Okay, well what about, let's just keep like randomly doing stuff. Okay, what if I put the tilde here, right? Another one. Oh, there it works. Yes, presto. Okay, now we can go back to, yeah. Well, let's make sure that it worked. Let's put some, what a horrible thing. So I guess the tilde is like an escape character of some sort. And I escaped these three items, and then I said grab the argument, and then escape, and then close. Okay, I'm very confused, but a little bit less confused than I was 20 seconds ago. Okay, let's just check it out. Yeah, okay. That's what I want. How about centering? Does it have that? I mean, let's not even go there. We'll deal with that. Okay, so we're going to print the header. Okay, so I'm just going to, so say format, and we have 3 headers. We have t in seconds, we have velocity in pixels per second, and we have x in pixels per second. And we're going to format those using this abomination we just discovered. It's going to go to the standard out, excuse me, standard output. Let me drink some water here. Standard output, and we're going to say tilde 10 colon bracket, no, 15, just like in the printf here, and then tilde a tilde that, then 1 space, and we're just going to repeat this. Control Y, Control Y, and then new line. Then we'll send these strings in. We'll put them down below. Actually, let's just do this. Take out the commas. Okay, let's throw this into a function. Let's call it a test, and then we'll send it a velocity profile. So you have to create that outside of test. That's fine. Then we're going to say, we're going to have a function called print row. I didn't do that in C because that's fine. So we print the very first one, and then we do update the move and have a do loop. Has to be a do loop. I mean, you could probably rework the logic. And we'll have to, I think have a do loop, we'll have to delve into the the vagaries of common Lisp loop, but let's keep going. Okay, I would say print, we'll just call it print row. Print row VP, we'll bury that in print row. And then we'll bring it over here. Right. Okay, now we need to know, I think there's probably, why do I have this horrible thing open twice? I think the Gigabunkies book can help us out here. Few format recipes. And we're just grab one of these directives. And we want tilde. What do we want? Of course it's not going to help us, but I think we have more to go on here. We have a little bit of understanding. Hopefully they're consistent. So how do you combine these? Well, let's see, maybe we will have to. Floating point directives, tilde. Am I going to have to go back to this abomination again? Which surprisingly, as bad as it is, okay. Here, at sign means something different than it does here, but whatever. Width. Okay, this is what we'll do, width, and then F. How do we write? I thought this would be easy. We're stopping in 10 minutes. Monetary floating point. There's the colon. I hope the colon means the same thing, but this is monetary. Exponential general floating point. Now let's just keep trying some stuff. Okay, maybe that's format T. What is it? Int digits. I don't know what int digits. Before the decimal point. How about after? Usually people are concerned with fixed format floating point, des digits. Overflow char, but he doesn't say what that is. Width, okay, let's just like try. Width of 15. Comma, decimal digits, 2. What do we have here? 3. 15, 3. And with at sign, always prepend a char, well, or a sign. F, and then this. Let's put some of these around so we know. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1. Okay, well that's our default. Okay, what if we wanted it right format? I'm not going to worry about it, or left formatted. Okay, so let's go back here, or better yet, let's not. Format T. And surprisingly, that's remarkably like the C printf string. Okay, so tilde 15 comma 3, and that derives this or not tilde, this tilde that derives from Fortran. So I guess Fortran didn't have any string formatting directives. Is it capital F? Well, that's what he has here. So F space, and we'll repeat this. Y, Y, and then this. And then we grab the things that we want. We want current time in seconds of VP. Velocity in pixels per second of this velocity profile, and then current displacement VP. Okay. All right. Now, so just like our C code, which this may not be the best form here. So we've got the header. Now we need to do while loop in Common Lisp. I'm just gonna, I don't use do while loops very often. I have never done one in Common Lisp. They're all while loops or for loops. Do while, how about repeat until? Loop, iteration, and mapping. Well, that's okay. Let's see. Loop for x in, nope. Loop for, nope. The iterate, nope. The for macro. I'm not going to load a package. I'm not going to load a package to do. The series, no. Loop, no. No, and no. I'm not gonna. I'm going to use the standard. Okay, so here, if this wasn't. Wait till you see the loop macro as described in this. And yes, it is a macro. And it's somewhere here. I'm not going to do it with some loop. They call it a facility. Look at this thing. I have to, okay, so loop, CLOS, loop form, simple. It's just, does not contain any atomic loop facility keywords. Loop facility named with, and let's like look for, you know, no, not up from. That's fixed number. In, on, look at that. You could spend years looking at that. I'm not even going to turn it sideways the right way. You could spend years up from looking at that. In theory, all of this you can do with a do loop, except do tests for termination at the top. So you'd have to have some sort of flag or something like that. Let's see if we can do it with loop. While until. Okay, so I guess let's loop until this. Let's just try it. Let's do this. Let's try the command line or whatever. Set fn as 0. Yeah, and we'll say loop. Okay, so until n greater than or equal to n of 4. And then okay, and then don't need that. Format found loop keyword expected. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I need to do this shit. Excuse me. I think that. There we go. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. How do we know that it's a while, not a while loop? Yeah. Here. We'll do it again. It should iterate at least once, right? And it doesn't look like it did. So n is 4. So I guess while and until mean the same thing. Continue iteration until test returns nil or t respectively. Oh. That's not what we want. There is always terminate, skipping any final. Okay, no. For as is on with. How do we? Okay, I guess I have to turn this around. Can I even do that in here? Rotate clockwise. Maybe this abomination. I'm going to quit here in about 20 seconds. None of this. Repeat. No. While, until, test, never, always. Okay. How do you iterate? At least, where is the do while or repeat until loop in Common Lisp? Don't know. I'll look for it. You are a different breed. Oh, okay. Thank you. When they made meat, they broke the mold. I guess. Okay, so I think we're done here. I'll just research this on my own because who wants to watch me go through this this stuff? This isn't so. Actually, this isn't quite so bad because it's like whenever you have a brace, a left brace, you know it's like this, or this, T1. I don't know what T1 is. And so on. So you have all sorts of ways to work through here. But like he has this, I don't know. Okay, thank you for watching me struggle with these. Let this be a lesson to any would-be language designers. DSLs, domain-specific languages. What happens is the domain becomes larger and larger and larger in the cases that are handle become larger and larger and larger, and the person trying to figure out your DSL, particularly if it's embedded in the particular language, will spend an awful lot of time trying to figure it out, because it doesn't look like the language. The Common Lisp loop language doesn't look anything like Lisp, but it's even worse than that, because there's no the perfect DSL is what is this. Of course, GNU got a hold of it and they ruined it. But is printf. That's an acceptable DSL, or it used to be. Format is not an acceptable DSL. It's practically a language itself. It seems to almost have as much power as an ordinary programming language. And Common Lisp loop, same thing. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I will probably pick this up tomorrow, which is Wednesday, either afternoon